Hey, what's going on, guys? We're getting our nice, beautiful evening walk here. In this video, we are going to be talking about 3 fat loss mistakes that you're making every day. You might not be even realizing that you're making them, that are sabotaging your fat loss goals, right? And the first one is going to be you are not walking enough. You're not getting enough steps throughout the day. Steps actually increase your NEAT, your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. You will burn an extra 300 to 500 calories when you walk every day. You know, even if you only start at 4,000, you can bump your way up to 7 and then gradually increase to 10. 12 is actually more like the great equalizer. You're gonna get a lot more fat burning benefits if you step it up to 12K steps. If you work from home and you don't really have to, maybe you have a lot of kids, maybe you just for whatever reason you can't leave your house, invest in a small treadmill. It's going to be around 80, 100 bucks. You can get it on Amazon, get it shipped the next day if you have Prime. And while you're on your computer, just stand up and walk for 20, 30 minutes. Make sure you track your steps. The second fat loss mistake is not tracking your food, not knowing exactly what you are consuming every day. Download the app, MyFitnessPal, and track everything that you eat throughout the day. You get your macros, your protein, your carbs, your fats, and everything is on there. Make sure you track your food, man. And this is huge, guys. This is huge. This is probably the biggest piece you're missing if you want to lose fat the right way while preserving muscle. You have to be knowing exactly what you're eating. At least for at least 8 to 12 weeks, depending on how much weight you have to lose. If you're a little bit on the heavier, stockier side, it's going to take you at least a year to get down 100 pounds. But yeah, you should be tracking your food. You should be knowing exactly what you're eating on a daily basis. And for 80% of your diet, make sure you're eating single ingredient foods. Yeah, make sure you're getting your chicken, your steak, your veggies, your rice, potatoes. Make that the bulk of your diet. It's going to be a lot better. It's going to be smoother on your digestive system, less inflammation. Your body is going to utilize the food much more efficiently. You're just going to feel better overall when you eat cleaner foods. Remember, foods, it's not just some random thing you're putting in your body. Food is literally information. It's information. It's software that you need to operate at an optimal level. Mistake number 3 is not getting enough sleep. You should be getting at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night, and make sure that is consistent. You may be a night owl. I go to bed a little bit later. It's not ideal and it's not the best, but sometimes, for whatever reason, we have to go to bed a little later than usual. But make sure you're getting those 7 to 9 hours consistently, and it's roughly around the same times. You go to bed around the same time and you wake up around the same time. And also with freaking bugs, man. And when you get better sleep, your cortisol levels are lower, your insulin sensitivity is better, you have less cravings, you don't want to eat all the junk. It's just way better when you sleep. Your body goes into repair mode. And a lot of the things that you heard, I don't have to really repeat to you, but it's probably the most important thing for repair. But yeah, you improve a lot of different things when you get optimal sleep. Aside from the cravings, it's just the repair mechanisms that you get when you get better sleep. So don't miss that out. Don't miss out on really a good quality sleep. And the thing with sleep is that you can't really trick your way out of it. If you don't get enough rest, you're more likely to skip your workouts. You're more likely to make poor choices and reach for that energy drink to compensate for the lack of alertness and motivation that you have to continue your day. So you rationalize these poor choices based on poor sleep. So get your sleep. All right, guys, just wanted to shoot this little quick clip here for you guys and sharing some tips on fat loss and how to do it the right way. We make all these mistakes. I've done it in the past where, I've either doing too much cardio, I'm doing too much training, not getting enough sleep, eating way too many calories, and it just makes the whole thing a lot harder. And ultimately, this is my message in all my videos, is to simplify your life, make it easier. That way it's more enjoyable. When you travel, you can walk, you can still eat out and not have to worry about these, I'm not going to get my cardio, I'm not getting my training session, There's many different ways you can do it, and if you optimize for these 3 things, it's just going to be way easier for you. It's just, get the steps, make sure you're tracking your food and that you're getting consistent sleep and you're sleeping around the same time. All right, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe the video and share it, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.